Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are inside the Mercedes CLK, probably one of the most iconic cars within the game. My volume is quite loud and this engine noise is just pulsating. It's absolutely intense. And with that, just a little note, I've had to adjust some volume levels. Feedback from the channel says, can you just tweak it up a bit? You're a bit low. So we've tried to do that today. Any feedback is greatly received, so we'll see where we go. So the Mercedes CLK in the Mobile 1 livery. It's also sponsored by Warsteiner, one of the beers I would describe that makes you wobbly, and that's its affectionate name. However, this car itself is absolutely iconic. It's one of my favourite within the game, and we're going to see what it's like to do the Sardegna grind. That's where we're going to start the day. Let's check out the settings. It comes in at 799.95 with brake horsepower of 760. The overall weight is just a ton, 940 kilograms. So it's 700 brake horsepower per ton, which is phenomenal. We're going to try this one on racing hards, basically because we're just beating the PP. Fully customizable suspension, everything set as default. Differential gear has been modified to 555, that's a fully customizable. Downforce, now we've had to tune this slightly, we're very low on the front but we managed to pick a bit up, so 503. 900 on the rear, which is absolutely everything. No change to the ECU, but we have pegged it back by 10% with the power resistor. Fully customizable transmission, which we popped up to 380. We're going to try and use that to save a bit of fuel. This is a one-stop for us, so we'll see where we go. Medium turbocharger. Now we could whack the turbocharger out of that and go for medium tyres if we wanted to, but I don't think that works. If we looked at going to low RPM turbo, it actually goes up, and if we go to non, it actually drops down. So we would be able to go and put a different set of tyres on there, but we're going to use the mediums. We're going to use the medium turbocharger, not the medium tyres. No further additions. We've got the brake controller on, and we'll look at using that if we want to later in the race. However, that's where it starts. Let's get to the track. Here we are, the World Touring Car 800 at Sardegna Road Track A. Check out the settings. Assists, traction control 1, default ABS. And now we're using ASM and counter steer assistance on strong purely because we're grinding, we're making it easy. If you don't want to use them, you don't want to use them, it's up to you. You don't have to if you want it slightly more as a challenge, but this is about getting round, earning credits and getting things done. Controller settings, controller steering sensitivity 5. Force feedback max torque 5 and force feedback sensitivity 6. They're all personal settings, you can change them to however you feel. I'm using a G29. If you're using different equipment, controller for example, you might need to have those set differently. So where are we? We're here at Sardegna. We're using a Group 2 car. This is probably cheating because we're up against GT3s. But this is about grinding, this is about making it pleasurable. We're here to make more credits, we want to win, we want to guarantee the win, we want it to be quick. We've used 20 odd cars, we want to find out whether this has got good lap time, what time it completes the racing. If we're going to do it twice in an hour, we need time for a bathroom break and a new refreshment. I'm on the radiator coolant today, just the pink stuff. We all know that's not true and that's just fruit cordial, if anybody's a little bit alarmed. However, there may be some bumping and grinding going on today. This is all AI racing, so I'm not crashing anybody off the circuit. What we're actually doing is we've developed a relationship with these guys over the year and a half I've been playing with this game, and they get to know there's a bit of bumping and grinding, and they give me more than I give them, I assure you. So let's dump on the track and see where we go. And here we go, diving straight in. We're going to switch to fuel map 2. And we're going to attempt to manage the fuel to 8 laps. And then we're going to do this first stint based on 8 laps and then 7 for the second. We'll be able to charge straight through that second stint without any brake, because we should have the right amount of fuel. If we can get 8 laps out of this first one. So for those of you that are inquiring, This is a secondary run of the race. I wasn't entirely happy with the sound, and I also wasn't entirely happy at the video quality that was uploaded. It took a long time to upload through YouTube, a lot of processing, and I've not seen the actual quality on the video as quite so poor as a video that I've uploaded, so I'm just doing it all again. It'll get an upload overnight and you'll see it in the morning. You'll be seeing it first thing, but it'll take all night to upload, and we'll make sure that the quality is right. So I've also messed with the sound settings to try and get them back to somewhat of normality. And if you do have a sound problem, I don't mind the feedback at all. If it is a problem at my end, I'll fix it, but I generally think the last upload wasn't brilliant, whatever reason, and I'm just going to try and resolve that with a recopy. So this is a new race altogether. So we're up to 10th place at the end of lap 1. We've got 7.2 laps for 7 laps on fuel map 2, so that's great. We'll try and do better than we did last time. Aiming for an ultra quick 15 laps, try and get somewhere near 23 minutes if it's possible. And then we just grind some more dollars, grind some more credits, which is what it's all about. I don't mind playing the game a little bit longer. It does knock my plans for the day. I was going to be doing a different game tonight, but hey ho, quality counts. If I'm going to keep my subscribers, if I'm going to keep my channel members, I've got to put the effort in. And the effort here is in the race. So we're going to dispatch Mr. Grady really quickly. We've got plenty of fuel. It doesn't give us a tap as we go past, thankfully, braking on the 130. Mr. Fraga, who is the threat for the race. A little bit of delayed acceleration there. We're going to try and go around the outside here. There we go, we've dispatched them both in one hit. And there was one hit, but it wasn't tremendously bad. Up to 4th place. We want to catch Portillo before he pits, that's my goal. Mr. Ordonez in the GTR. I hope he's looking forward to running his safety car in the next race. This just stops so well. So then, let's get an update. We're on lap 3, we're pushing for a 2-stopper. We're going to attempt to catch Mr. Portillo before he pits on lap 4. We know he's going to. He runs a 3-stop strategy. Mr. Beauvoir is there just in front of us, but we're 9 seconds behind Portillo. We're opening up a gap between Mr. Ordonez, so we're pushing at just Ordonez, sorry. We're just pushing at 5 seconds. Mr. Beauvoir will just try and chase him down. We're a long way behind Portillo. We were seriously going to have to catch him. Fuel is looking good though. I think if we go to fuel map 1 now, we can run the next 5 laps and get round to the end of lap 8. Piece of cake, I'd suggest. Look at him go. Look how fast he is away. That's an incredibly rapid car. 5.1 laps of fuel. We need to try and catch him though, so let's do that. Looking for a purple at the end of this little sector here. Fastest lap of the race is already ours, but we can absolutely smash that. Now we're in fuel map 1. what I want to know and what I want to try, just absolutely lap the entire field. I'd love to do that for this race. We might be able to catch him just as he's going through the grassy knoll. He's giving us a race today, isn't he? I can hear his engine, it's stunning. Well, we haven't quite caught him, and it looks like he's going to get to the pits before we get past him. We can overtake him just before he goes in the pits, though. Now it's on us to charge to the end. We're a bit down on fuel, so I'm going to have to go back to fuel map 2. I can't get my dial to do it. There we go. It's always a problem on the G29, that. Let's get it going then. So this is lap 5. We're 1 stop in this. Did I say 2 stop earlier? I don't think I did. So we're 1 stop in this. Going to get all the way to the end of lap 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have got a slight problem on fuel. We've only got 3 laps left. We have to try and short shift a little bit. We're 14 seconds ahead of Beauvoir. Don't know when he's going to pit just yet. I do know when he's going to probably pit at the end of lap 5. We're not going to. We're just a little bit behind on fuel now. We're just going to short shift and try and save that fuel. Fastest lap is a 1:34.095, which is ours. So Beauvoir and Fraga go to the pits. Fraga was unable to get past Beauvoir. So that means Beauvoir's on a bit of a charge this time round. Mendoza and Portilla carry on with 40 seconds in the lead. Let's see if we can just push on and make that something more of that. Seconds in the lead almost. Absolute missile this. It sounds lovely. That pure acceleration. 2.1 on the fuel. Fuel map 3 feels absolutely stunning. The acceleration's there. There's confidence on the brakes. Braking on the 125. We're accelerating first gear, but it's just those 555 settings on that rear diff. Just give it that confidence as you come out the corner. You're not going to get the slip. If you pump it up to second, the back end normally takes a little tweak. 46 seconds in the lead. Portilla has just overtaken Mendoza. I was just about to say I was surprised that he wasn't in front, but Beauvoir's there in 4th place. So this is lap 7. We're bang on with our fueling on fuel map 3. And it looks like we're coming around to lap the first car in lap 7, which which is tremendously quick. Who is that? Is that? Oh, it's Mr. Innestroza in the Porsche. And he left us a gap. Well done. And then Mr. Solis. Is it Solis? It could be. See if we can catch some draft off him. Just the one lap to go before our pit stop. Screaming round in fuel map 3, absolutely spot on. And then we're going to do 7 laps. As we said, fuel map 1. We'll try and set all the records. Want to dip into the 33s, try and chase a 32 if that's possible. This is our in lap, so we must remember to go in. 50 seconds in the lead. Portilla is also stopping on this lap, so it's a real lead. It's not going to get eroded. Unless, of course, if Fraga comes hooning past. But I know we're not going to be stationary for 50 seconds. And there we go, a full pack of Mr. Gallo and friends. We're not going to pass any of these guys, but we've already lapped 2. Nobody going to the pits, just us. 164. We're not taking tyres, we're not going to change, we're just going to take the fuel. And I'm minus a drink. Let me go and get that while we've got a second. I do particularly like this race. I've run it a number of times now. Taking all the fuel. And then we will fuel map 1 it. Mr. Innestroza just unlaps himself. He will be wanting to know where the blue flags are coming from. He knows we're quick enough to make our way past. There we are, diving back into the corners. Let's go. All those guys are now stopping on lap 8 for their third stop. Sorry, it was lap 8, wasn't it? We're on lap 9, so they're all stopping for their first stop or second stopper if they're on the free stopper. We've almost made that 57s back up. 50 seconds back up. I said 57s. Brain is not working. So here's Mr. Solis again. We're going to put him behind us. There we go. Lapping up to 13th place already. Few people in the pits that we went past. .51 seconds. We've got no more pit stops, so we're just going to charge all the way to the end. Bit of paint chipping on the back corner of that RX Vision. We absolutely honed that corner, didn't we? We got that one absolutely spot on. I'm just looking to see who we're overtaking. We're about to overtake Mr. Grady. And he gives us a love tap for fun. Anybody that suggests I'm a little bit unfriendly with the AI, well, that's why. They deserve everything they get. Front end just lost its grip there. So we've lapped up to 6th place, have we? Not entirely sure now. Let's see who we got. That was Grady, wasn't it? So that must be 9th we've lapped up to. Fastest lap of the race, a 1:33.831. We won't be faster on this lap because we washed out on that 3rd corner, but as the fuel is running down, we will certainly get quicker. Kawakami have lapped up to 10th. So here we are then. It's quite a little pack here. We'll blow past them. Boudoir and Frag have gone in the pits then. And quite a few of these will go to the pits as well, I think. Careful not to get caught up in them. There they go. So Mendoza running on. We're going to dive round him. And who comes out of the pits up there? That looks like Boudoir. So we're just chasing. We're now just chasing Portilla down. And I can see where he is on the road. He's a lot further away than I expected him to be. But let's see what we can do. You can see we got caught in traffic there. 1:35.992. 1:17 in the lead. We're not holding back. It's a demonstration of something. Probably just how good GR1 and GR2 cars are. So we've got 3.5 laps of fuel to go, and we've got 13, 14, 15. We've got half a lap spare. Where is Portilla? I'm aiming to lap the whole field. We've got to chase him down. Just going a little bit quiet as I chase down Portilla, trying to reel him in. Is that going to be him? Portilla's gone to the pits. Absolutely fine. Oh, okay. 2 laps to go then, and we've lapped the entire field. This is in Astroza again, is it? It is, so get to lap him for the second time. See how far we can get through the pack. Beauvoir has overtaken Portilla. They're all only going to get to complete 14 laps. This is an absolute rocket ship. I think that says it all, actually. If we were going to do a review of this car and say what it is a legend. It is just something you have to have in your collection, and that is one of the things that lets it down. GT7 has this Legends rotation where cars come into the Legends shop and you just can't go and buy stuff off the shelf. It has to be there, so if you've got to wait for this one, I do apologise, but when you see it, get it bought. And I don't think it's a majorly expensive car to buy for what it's worth, but it is an absolute rocket ship, especially if you put it up against cars of a lower class. And I know you can say that for almost anything, the Escudo, the R962, the 92C, etc, etc, but they're all in a class of their own, but they are absolutely brilliant cars to race. So there's 19th place about to be lapped. And the question is, who else can we catch as we go round? It would be nice if we could catch another group in front of us, wouldn't it? We've got the fuel, so let's give it the beans. Let's go, go, go. Let's see if we can put together a fastest lap, shall we? See if we can dip in the 32s. A 33.831 is tremendously quick, but not as quick as some of the cars we've had before. I don't know if this will be a fastest lap of the race. We've got to keep pushing. If we've still got the purple, let's see if we can absolutely dynamite the grassy knoll. I think we did. Mr. Lopez, are we going to be able to put you down one? Bit slow out of there. We've got the fuel though, fuel map 1. Let's see if we can get all the way to the line with this juice. Here we go. Mr. Solis again for a double lap. There it was purple right at the end. What did we get? Well, review of this car, that's an absolute heartbreaker that we've had to finish that race. I was really enjoying that. Oh, first place, fastest lap, 1 stop. Oh, what time did we get? Well, let's have a look. A 24.18, so it doesn't quite make 23 minutes. Beauvoir absolutely destroyed Portilla this time. We must have knocked Portilla off his perch, and we lapped up to 18th place twice. Fastest lap of a 33.508 on the last lap of the race, which just demonstrates how good this car is. It's in the top 2 or 3. Where's the bank balance? Well, it's pushing on. 8.271 million. Absolutely brilliant. And there it is, folks. It's up to you what you want to do in this series. This is actually bringing this series to a close. We have one more race, which I'm just formulating now, and that will be a Grand Supercar race. Well, the super finish of this, with all the choices, or most of the choices that we put in, and then one more car that I've chosen, and it was a recommendation. It was requested by somebody, and there you have it. It's up to you what you do, folks. Enjoy it. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care.